Thursday night baseball now from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Tonight, the rubber match of this 3-game series between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Ubaldo Jimenez, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, Matt, he did his job in his last start. He threw 7 complete innings, but still didn't get a decision. We'll see if he can get the W this time around.
Standing in, the leadoff man, Jacoby Ellsbury. So we are ready for baseball.
Leading off tonight for the Yankees, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
And underway tonight from Baltimore as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
First pitch.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Line toward the gap in left center. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
Well, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. First batter of the game, he's all over this pitch and lines it to center field for a leadoff single to get things started.
Brett Gardner steps in now, just hoping for something to go his way. And as you can see, that has not been the case in recent days. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And the slider bounces, and that'll get on by. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And you wonder if sometimes he was just getting a little too preoccupied out there with the speed at first base, and he totally loses focus on the guy at the plate. And now that essentially is going to work like a stolen base, and he's into scoring position now on the wild pitch.
Yeah. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Pulled toward right center field. Paredes on the move. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he is in there. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, Matt, Jacoby Ellsbury is really a guy that's fueling this offense right now. He leads this lineup in stolen bases and runs scored, which is a compelling set of statistics. He's doing a fantastic job of getting himself into scoring position, so the big bats in the order, they can drive him in.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. Scope has it. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
That's all you got to do there. Put the ball on the ground. Use the big part of the field, and that's going to get that first run home from third base.
Mark Teixeira will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he hasn't played very well all season, and if you look at his last 10 games, he's only had 4 hits in those 10, so what's he doing to help?
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
To 2-2 now.
Wow, no chance of getting on top of that fastball. I mean, that's helmet level right there.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Yankees 1. The Orioles coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Michael Pineda gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he has just not been effective at all on the road. Not really sure what the reason has been, but he's really got to change that trend here in this one.
Adam Jones comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Orioles, center fielder, Adam Jones.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
And after the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Beltran sprinting after it, and foul. That misses. 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Skied into very shallow right. Right there is Beltran. 1 away. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Yeah, it's no secret they need Manny Machado to get his bat going a little bit. He's coming off a game to forget, an 0 for 4 showing that had to leave a bad taste in his mouth. But you know what'll fix that? Going out there today and hitting the snot out of the ball.
Pineda gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Off the plate at 94, 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Got him. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Chris Davis will stride forth to take his first cuts now. And he's a long ball threat, of course, currently 4th in the American League in that department.
And he comes into this month having blasted 7 out of the park last month.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Line to the right side, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
This is pulled into right. In is Beltran, but this is down for a base hit.
Yeah, he was hoping for a quick 1-2-3 to start the night. Now he's going to have a little work to do with a runner on and a dangerous cleanup hitter coming up.
Manny Machado will get his first opportunity now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about things recently as you see his numbers over the course of the past 10 ball games. Right there for strike 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. They trail this one 1-0. Greg Bird will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second.
Greg Bird.
First pitch is a splitter for a called strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. And with that, take a look at the defense for the Orioles. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, Adam Jones, the center fielder out of Morris High School in San Diego. He's got multiple gold gloves to his name. Very, very athletic. In fact, maybe the most athletic center fielder in all of baseball.
Stepping in, Chase Headley, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Slider. Oh, look out, as that one just about took his nose off.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Went up and out of the zone that time, but he gets a piece of it, and he'll see another pitch. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Lifted the other way to left center. Reimold moves over. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, I'll tell you what, this won't look like a whole lot in the box score, but anytime you can make a pitcher use up 8 pitches to get you out, you've done your job as a hitter.
Austin Romine into the box here in the top of the 2nd, looking to keep this inning going. Into the windup and the pitch. Good fastball there from Jimenez as he gets ahead 0-1.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Pretty forceful about it, too. And the inning is over. So a very good inning that time for Ubaldo Jimenez. His club trails 1-0. Jonathan Scope will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And he lays off for ball 1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner, and a pretty generous corner at that, as that's the first down of the inning.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 1 home run and 5 driven in. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
Pineda's ready. Here's the 1-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. Swing and a little blooper to center. Gregorius ranging into the outfield. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it. So he stays with it and pulls it in.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. As he'll take a look at ball one. Comes in with an average of 265. 5 homers and 11 RBIs. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. That evens it up 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. High in the air and deep to left center field. Gardner going back at the track, the wall, and this one is gone. A home run. J.J. Hardy, a solo home run. 6th home run on the season for him as the Orioles have come back to tie our score at 1.
That inning didn't really look like it was going anywhere, but if the first 2 guys don't get on in front of them, that's when they're swinging for the trees. When guys are on in front of them, they shorten down and try to go for the base hit, but a big solo shot right there with 2 outs.
Standing in now, Ryan Flaherty. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Just the 2nd inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Starlin Castro will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
3rd inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first is Castro, heading for second now. And he will make it into second with a two-base hit here to begin the third.
7 straight games with a base hit now, and that's a solid week or so of swinging the bat with some authority.
Didi Gregorius will stand in for the first time now. Currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. For Castro, that gives him 5 doubles now on the year. No one out with a runner at second. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Man, I don't know what he's waiting for. That one was even more down the middle than the last one was.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Jones on the move. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
So a double and a fly ball move a man to third now with 1 away. Now if they could just get another fly ball, it would likely net him a run.
1 out here in the Yankees' 3rd inning, and that'll bring in Jacoby Ellsbury. First offering on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with 1 away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Ball 1.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And here's Davis to tuck it in, and there are 2 gone now.
Oh, and that's a big pitch right there to get that pop-up. That keeps the runner stuck tight to third base. And now with 2 away, your chances of getting that run home just took a big hit.
Here's Brett Gardner now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
And this one gets away. That could be a run. It is.
Well, that's just a gift right there with 2 outs. I mean, you're just about out of this inning, and then this happens. You talk about giving away a run. That's a prime example right there.
2 out, nobody on. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Jones is after it. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. Nolan Reimold digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Left fielder, Nolan Reimold.
Pineda into his motion. First pitch on its way. In there, strike 1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Cutter, and that's a called strike 2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Still 2-2. To first. Bird scoops it up, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The center fielder, number 10, Adam Jones.
Adam Jones will try it again. He flied out to start the home first. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him. 0-1. And Jones fails to come up with that one as he falls behind here. 0-2 now.
Well, a couple of good swings back-to-back, but nothing at all to show for it.
Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Stepping in now, Jimmy Paredes. Lined hard toward right center, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So he's aboard here on the 2-out single, but overall, this is one of the weaker offensive ball clubs around, at least in terms of team batting average.
Yeah, Matt, as we take a look at this graphic here, you can see this isn't one of the stats this team is very proud of. So, needless to say, opposing pitchers have been loving the returns we're facing off against these guys.
Chris Davis will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
But now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
Now a throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. 2 out with the man at first. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that This is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Here's the 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
Oh, and you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Manny Machado stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially for a guy in this part of the lineup.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Orioles strand a couple. They still trail it here 2-1. Carlos Beltran will start things out here for the Pinstripers, to be followed by Mark Teixeira on deck.
Carlos Beltran.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Launched to right field and deep. Paredes going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall.
It's kind of a surprise to me that he wouldn't try to go for 2 on this play. I don't know if he got caught up in his home run trot a little bit too early or what. He's going to wind up on first base here with a single off the wall.
In now, Mark Teixeira. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. To second for 1. Over to first, and Teixeira's victimized by the double play.
I think this one falls into the category of tailor-made. Here you go. 1, 2 hops to second, the feed to the bag, and a 4-6-3 double play. That's as easy as it comes.
Into the box now, Greg Bird. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And that's swung on and missed on a pitch down, 1-1.
Yeah, that first fastball took off on him a little bit. This is a much better spot.
Here it comes on 1-1.
Nope,
fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Yankees. They lead it 2-1. Jonathan Scope is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2. Pineda sets his sights, 0-2 on its way. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and in steps the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. A ball ticketed for right center, but the ticket is revoked as he goes up to pull this one down. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Chase Headley heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Third baseman, Chase Headley.
First delivery to him on the way. Back at it now is Jimenez as he's able to jump ahead in the count quickly here. 0-1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. Austin Romine in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider, difficult to lay off, but he did it.
Hard liner toward short. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, I tell you what, watching this guy play, this is pretty routine. He times it perfectly, goes up and gets it right at the apex, and that's a Gold Glover at work right there.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Thursday Night Baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Ryan Flaherty will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I mean, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
In now, Nolan Reimold. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and standing in the fine center fielder Adam Jones. First pitch on its way. Hit hard down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more on a Thursday night. following this. Didi Gregorius makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing.
And that's in there for strike one. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Here's the 1-1 delivery. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
All even now, 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. On the ground to the right side. Fielded cleanly by Davis. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
So 1 gone in the inning now for Jacoby Ellsbury. In there at the knees, strike 1.
There's that splitter again. Seems to be getting better and better as the game goes on.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Set to deal on 2-2. And another foul ball. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
And here in these middle innings, they just haven't been able to get anything going against him out there. And that's 7 in a row now. He's set down here in the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Brett Gardner will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
2 quick outs in the inning. This hitter's job is to work the count, get on base, and give his middle of the order hitters a chance in this inning.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They still lead it 2-1. Jimmy Paredes will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
A chance for last year's MVP runner-up with the bases empty and 1 away. Here's Chris Davis. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Chris Davis is known, of course, for his work with the bat, but I like to think about that game in 2012 when he couldn't get a hit in 8 at-bats but still managed to earn the win on the mound. Something to tell his grandkids about. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Manny Machado ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. Our score remains 2-1. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th, but before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Ryan Mattis is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Ryan Mattis.
Carlos Beltran will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 0-2, here it comes. Hit out towards second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Mark Teixeira.
Mark Teixeira will stand in looking to turn things around. He struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start.
Nope, not doing much to help the cause so far, guys, but there's still some ball game left.
In there, and it's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Yeah, that's a different pitch here, but also on the outside corner. Also taken for a strike. So he's got him in a quick 0-2 hole now. Fouled straight back.
the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate. And look where it winds up, completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Standing in now, Greg Bird. Taken high and deep to right. Paredes looks up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field as the Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead.
This is just your classic fastball up over the heart of the plate. I don't even have to do a whole lot of analysis on this one. You put that pitch there to this guy, he's going to take it over the wall. Simple as that.
Darren O'Day will come on and pitch here with one gone in the top of the seventh. Here's Chase Headley as he'll take a look at ball one. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Line towards center field. Jones is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The batter.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Into the box, Austin Romine, as he'll take a look at a sinker here. Too low for ball one. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's now 4-1 New York. Leading off the inning, Jonathan Scope, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Tap fouled at home plate. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs.
Well, Matt, they're near the top of the league in that category. You can see right here. And it's always nice to know that whoever steps on the bump for you, you're going to have a chance to win. A lot of teams are envious of that stat, and these pitchers, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've accomplished so far.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Swung on and missed that time by Hardy as he finds himself behind 0-2 now.
You talk about coming back with a shutdown inning. How about striking out the side to give your guys a little bit of a lift? He's one pitch away from doing just that.
And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They trail it 4-1. Starlin Castro comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Second baseman.
Here comes the first pitch. On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and is probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1. And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even. 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Flipped out the other way towards short. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Up next for the Yankees, shortstop Didi
Gregorius will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Not a bad idea when you're facing a guy with a funky delivery like his. You go up there taking a pitch, get yourself a better idea of the release point that he's showing you and how to time that delivery a little bit better.
The 0-1 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. There to take it is Reimold, and that's your first out. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown nine have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Digging in to try it again, Jacoby Ellsbury. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
And he pops it up back behind second base. Scope ranging into shallow right. He's got it, and there are two down now. A look at our line score there from Memorial Park. Yankees lead this one here in the 8th, as the O's will get a couple of more cracks before this one's all said and done. Brett Gardner stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
8th inning, 4-1 is our score. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Two tough sliders there back to back, and he couldn't get him to bite on either. Now he might have to change tack here, down 2-0.
Two and one after the foul ball there. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Ground ball right side. Scope's able to get there. Throw over to Hardy at second, and that'll end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees 4 and the Orioles 1. Dylan Betances is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Dylan Betances.
Ryan Flaherty dig in to start it out for the Orioles, to be followed by Nolan Reimold.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his third strikeout of the ball game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Into the box now, Nolan Reimold. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the ninth inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
1-2.
The count is 1-2.
1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Adam Jones will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Betances is ready. Here's the first pitch. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Not close. It's 2-0.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Cut fastball is in for a strike, 2-1.
1 strike.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
And this has been his problem all night long. Just keeps going after pitches that he should be watching.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Brad Brock will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Carlos Beltran, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Paredes ranging back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall.
Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down.
And he is into third with a triple, his third hit of the night.
I thought speed was one of the first things to go once you got into your late 30s. I tell you, though, it looked like he was getting around the bases pretty good that time, and he makes it all the way around to third to get himself a triple.
In now, Mark Teixeira. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle, it's 0-1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
Working quickly now as the splitter's in there, 0-2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next two pitches, so you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Again, he sends it out of play. Runner at third here, nobody out. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Well, there it is. Hat trick, my friend. That's a third strikeout of the game. Luckily, his guys are winning, so it kind of lessens the blow, but actually, not so much.
Greg Bird will stand in again, and we'll take you back to the 7th inning. This was a 2-run home run, and it was one of the key blows in the ball game thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And they start him out away with a called strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. The catch is made near the line in left, tagging the runner from third. A block at the plate, and he's out trying to score. It's a double play, and the inning is over. One hit in the inning, but no one left. So nothing in the Bombers' 9th. Last chance coming up for Baltimore. They trail here 4-1. Leading off the inning, Jimmy Paredes, and they'll need him to get something going here. Orioles Chapman is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 54, Orioles Chapman.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible to get on top of.
And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
And this might be just what the crowd needs to get off their hands a little bit. Last thing you want to do on the mound is hit a guy and have the crowd come to life against him.
Striding into the box, Chris Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Now a throw over, and he's back standing. Nobody out, runner on first. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Smoked on the ground up the middle. 1 there, and that will send some folks to the exits, I'm sure. It's a double play, and they're down to their final out now.
And that may have sealed their fate right there. You get the leadoff man on here in the 9th, but then it's a big double play right here, and it's like all the energy just got sucked right out of this ballpark.
Here's Manny Machado now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And he swings and misses on that one, and now the Orioles are down to their final strike here. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Oh, that's just flat out nasty. Chapman's got to be the guy you least want to see out there in the 9th inning. He gets the final 3 outs here, and he picks up a save.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch it.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top 4-1. Good night from Baltimore.